Hello and welcome to Beer Club with Beer Jack. I'm Luke.
And I'm Tony.
This week we are drinking your Smokehouse Porter. So, Tony, this is the first ever beer we've had at Beer Jack's Beer Club from Coromandel Town Supply. So, we've been doing this for almost 11 years.
Okay.
So, how come we haven't had one of your beers yet?
Well, we're brand new. We
Okay.
opened our doors in February, so we haven't had the opportunity to be here yet, but very glad to be here now, Luke.
Heck yeah, so good. It was great when I had a chat with you on the phone recently. Cheers.
Cheers.
About your initial lineup of 6 beers, and just so nice and refreshing that there's some different stuff in there. Most breweries, understandably, when they're launching, they start with a pale ale, a lager, a pilsner, an XPA. But there's a few things in here that are, a bit more out of the ordinary, including this
Absolutely.
Smokehouse Porter.
Absolutely. Our love it or leave it beer, as we call it in the brewery.
Love a bit of divisiveness.
We have those who come in and steer away from a dark beer straight away.
Of course.
And those who come in and say, oh, thank goodness you've got one. And then we say, yes, but wait, there's more. We've got a bit of smoke in here as well.
Yeah.
And so what we've found with it is that it has got a very loyal fan base. And people who come in, they've got their eyes for the Smokehouse Porter. That's what they want.
Yep.
They don't want to talk about anything else. They just come for their regular supply and off they go.
Yeah.
And then we have others who will sit down, they'll work through our tasting paddle, and because of the richness and the strength of flavour in this beer, I put this as the final one they'll come to.
Yep, of course.
And they get to that and they go, oh my God. And again, love it or leave it.
Yeah.
But we love it. We were looking to do something that was interesting. We wanted to stretch out a little bit from our Coromandel Gold and our more predictable brews, if you like, that we need to have on the menu.
Yeah.
Through to something a little bit more creative and perhaps a little bit more interesting. So,
Yeah. Cheers. So I've not yet visited your brewery, but I've recently watched a television show called The House of Guinness, where they make a lot of porter. So is your place pretty similar to that operation? St James's Gate?
We're obviously a fraction of the size.
A bit smaller, okay. Yeah.
We have a fraction of the number of people working.
Okay.
Like you're looking at the cleaner and the brewmaster all in one right now.
The delivery driver?
The delivery driver,
today.
the sales rep, the accountant. So look, it's a different scale, but what we're trying to do is have essentially a family scale business out of our brewery.
Yep.
We're looking for 2 or 3 wages and to keep things turning over and to be able to enjoy the lifestyle that a place like Coromandel offers.
Yeah.
And have a bit of fun with a bit of creativity along the way.
So good. So I think, have they just started the ferry again from Auckland to Coromandel Town?
Yes, they have. And so we've had I think maybe 3 weekends now.
Cool.
Where the ferry has been back. And we're seeing a definite uptick from that.
Yeah,
which is fun to see. Yeah, absolutely. People coming in for the day or the weekend.
Yeah.
We've got some groups of cyclists who have come through. Some groups who seem to cycle from Auckland to Coromandel Town.
Yeah.
Then spend a little bit of time in recovery, often drinking our beer next door at the Pepper Tree on tap there, and then getting on the ferry back home to Auckland.
Smart.
Or others who come over on the ferry do a circuit of Coromandel from Coromandel Town, and then go back on the ferry. So they're having a bit of fun. A little bit like your run club, perhaps.
Yeah, because of a pit stop. Yeah, I find that cyclists often do enjoy good beer. So
yes,
yeah, good to have you. Good to have you there. Maybe fill up your Camelback and your water bottles with some Smokehouse Porter.
Sure.
Or it might be I don't know what would be. It's got to be the gold or the Belgian, I suppose. That would be the most refreshing after a 200-kilometre bike ride.
Yes, our Blonde White Cloud is our newest brew, and it's going very well. It's a refreshing drop, a Belgian yeasted Kiwi hopped pale ale at 5.2%.
Yeah.
Very bright and fresh and clean, and people are coming back for more, for sure.
Yeah. So I feel like yeast is an ingredient which is underutilized in brewing. It's all about the hops, of course, because hops are amazing.
Yes.
And the malts, lots of people make really good stouts. But I feel like yeast is an ingredient that it's everything, and it really has such a huge impact in the flavour.
Yes. And particularly small breweries will tend to have a house yeast, and perhaps for reasons of simplicity, restrict themselves to a yeast across most of their beers.
Yeah.
But yeast is a very powerful driver of flavour and beer character.
Yeah.
And we possibly, to our detriment, have a variety of yeasts. Let me think. 3 or 4 yeasts that we're running just across the 6 brews. So it creates its own challenges, but quite definite character that you get from the variety of yeasts that you can use.
Well, it just gives you access to a whole other palette of flavour and aroma, which, and especially with beers that are lower alcohol ABV, you can pack so much flavour in. So it is higher ABV than Guinness at 4.5%.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a thing that I love, just sub 5% beers that are just packed with flavour.
Yes.
And this is exactly that.
Yes. Yes. I've had people start to drink this without realising that it was 4.5%.
Yep.
And who thought it was a high octane sort of imperial porter.
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah, big flavour.
Nowhere there. Yeah, absolutely.
So you've got the, so would this be like 3-4% smoked malt in there?
Oh, look, you're pushing my memory here.
Sorry.
But yeah, it is quite small.
Yeah.
It is quite small. I keep a little collection of the smoked grains in a porter tin for people to be able to sample if they want to, just to get an idea of the amount of flavour that is packed into those grains.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
No, certainly doesn't. And so it's a coffee chocolate porter. So you've got some obviously chocolate malt in there too?
Yes, chocolate malt and roasted wheat.
Yeah.
Giving those elements. No coffee, no cocoa, no chocolate itself.
Yeah. So no adjuncts at all. This is
absolutely. I haven't gone away from that yet. I think I'm not being critical of those who do, but for me there are just so many options around flavour and beer structure without going outside of the constraints or the so-called constraints of malt, hops, yeast and water.
Yeah.
In fact, I've limited myself to New Zealand product, aside from yeast, just because the world of each of these elements is so broad that there's too much to choose from for a brain of my scale. So keep it down to New Zealand hops, which of course are world leading in themselves, and grains. And I think that Gladfields do a fantastic job with their grains.
Seriously, yeah.
And so this is what we're focusing on for now, and long may it continue.
And by restricting your the amount of ingredients that you use, that can really help with creativity and clarity, and because otherwise, as you say, it's overwhelming.
And beginning to understand some of those ingredients better, and what you can do and how they might work in the future in different ways.
A dark roasted wheat in here, so that's such a useful ingredient, just to give you that sort of like body, that bit of mouthfeel, head retention, so all those important things.
Yes, I was pleased to see the colour of the head as you poured it. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, lovely sort of tan colour to it. Yeah. So what are you said that the plans for the brewery are for it to be sustaining and to pay the wages of 2 or 3 people?
Yeah, well, look, we're ambitious for quality, but not for scale. I think my grandfather had a relatively small scale dairy farm that I can't remember now, but it was 100 odd cows or something or other, and made a very good living for he and his family. And these days, farms seem to be of massive scale, involve millions of dollars of debt and huge amounts of stress and all the rest of it. And I think a little bit the same has been happening in brewing. And I think we're trying to showcase that small and local is feasible and economic, and can also produce good quality outcomes. So that's the goal.
Just set that as a target. It doesn't need to be the world.
No.
But conquering Coromandel.
2 or 3 wages and a bit of fun along the way, and that's what we're looking to do.
So good. So with your label art, do you do the design and?
No, I wish I could take credit for that.
Okay.
No, we have a wonderful designer, Sarah Parkinson Howe, from the Corner Store Collective on Waiheke Island.
Cool.
And we spent quite a bit of time at the briefing end of things. I was looking for something a little bit contemporary, perhaps a little less masculine than a lot of beer branding. Something quite clean and clear and simple. I think that beer branding has got so psychedelic that when you look at a shelf of craft beer in the supermarket or the bottle store,
Yeah.
really I can't see a thing. And so we wanted to go to the opposite,
Yeah.
and that's what we tried to do here with contemporary based colours and a simple recognisable brand,
Yeah.
and then variation between the colours and the sub-branding. And who knows, in the future, as we bring in seasonals and specials, there might be some variation. But for our core range, we're sitting with this look and feel.
You're right. It is. Looking at the Gabs Label Awards that happened recently, and looking at what we stock in our fridges. It's very much a riot of colour, of cartoons,
and people having a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that. But to try to differentiate yourself on the shelf, well, how do you do that? It's not through funky art, because everybody's got funky art and they're having a lot of fun with it, and that's great. But yeah, if you want to be better, you've got to be different by definition. Yep. So this is a little bit against the tide, perhaps, but it's our take on doing something that might work.
No AI involved?
No, not that I know of. No.
But yeah, it is sort of like, I feel like beer branding at the moment is kind of targeted at 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, good point.
It'll be interesting to see how that changes, because everything is trends, everything changes. But it's all cartoons and explosions and characters and as you say,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Loki, which as I say, it's fun.
Yeah.
But just the busyness. I like minimalism and simplicity on can art personally.
Yes.
I definitely do feature some dragons on my cans.
I understand.
But just like simple colour palettes, and just the palette that she's worked out here for you works really nicely, and it's a good. It's a visual language, it's a brand, and there's a cohesiveness that if you see them by themselves or when you see them as they are here, is a lovely little sort of rainbow of six.
Absolutely, and you can jump onto our website, coromandeltownsupply.co.nz.
Yep.
And you can see a more full expression of the brand there as well.
Cool. And so your tap room at the moment, you can visit you for takeaways. So do you fill flagons?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
We've got the again 1 litre flagons.
Oh, yeah.
And the 440ml cans, and we do a tasting panel for people in store.
Cool. But in the next couple of months, you're hoping to get
absolutely, fingers
on-premise
crossed.
license?
Yep, the public notice is on the window now, which isn't useful for your video because you guys are watching us in a couple of weeks' time. But it may well be up right now. Out, we hopefully have the on license running by now.
Yeah. Oh, so exciting. Well, look forward to paying you a visit and hopefully being able to get a full glass of beer rather than just a taste beer when I come to you, Coromandel. Thanks so much for coming along.
No worries.
Anything to add that we haven't touched on for this video?
I'm sure I'll think of it as we drive away, but it's been a pleasure, and thanks for including us in your beer club. Thank you.
So happy. Cheers.
Cheers.
See you next time. Cheers.